Benvenuti amici di Motorionline. Di auto elettriche se ne parla davvero tantissimo, ma di un'auto elettrica come quella che vedete alle nostre spalle, vi assicuriamo, ancora non ne avete sentito parlare. Sono Lorenzo Bellini e siamo qui per scoprire per la prima volta in assoluto la nuova Sono Sion. Probabilmente della Sono Motors non avete ancora sentito parlare, però questo potrebbe essere destinato a cambiare perché l'auto elettrica che è stata creata da questa nuova società nata a Monaco di Baviera è davvero interessante, ha un sacco di caratteristiche che non abbiamo ancora visto su altre vetture elettriche prima d'ora. Siamo qui con Julius Zimmer che ci parlerà naturalmente di come è nata la Sono Motors e quali sono le caratteristiche di quest'auto. So, Julius,
Yes.
let's start talking about the Sono Motors. When it's born and where and how.
It was born basically, or we founded the company in 2016. But way before that, the two founders, they already did a project which was similar to this one. But the company Sono Motors was founded in 2016, and this is the same year when we started to build the prototype. But if you want me to go a little bit way more back, then I can say that Lauren and Jonah, so two of the three founders, they were friends since elementary school basically. And when they finished their high school, they wanted to do a project by themselves. They didn't want to go to university, they wanted to do something by themselves. So they thought, okay, what is one of the biggest problems of times? It is fossil fuels, and the cars which usually go by fossil fuels. So they said, okay, let's build a car which runs completely in electrical and which also use the power of the sun for further energy generation. And that is how this idea was born. So it's a classical startup story basically. So they got in the garage, they got an old Renault Twingo, and the idea was easy. So get out the motor, put on some solar panels on the sides and on the rear, and it's done.
Something like Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs
Yeah.
with the Apple.
Yeah, it's a classical story, right? The garage story. But actually it took them 4 years to build the pre-prototype. So not the car we've seen in the back, but a further prototype. It took them 4 years and they didn't tell anyone about their project. And after 4 years they had the project finished. And then they told Navina, which was a roommate from Lauren, one of the founders, about the project. And she said, okay, the concept is nice, but the car looks shitty. So Navina brought in something completely new to the guys, which was design. So Navina designed some 3D images on the computer of how the car could look. And then they started a crowdfunding campaign. And the crowdfunding campaign went viral overnight, basically. And they collected in a year 850,000 euros. And with that money, they could build the actual prototype, which we are seeing here.
So the Sono Sion has been born.
Yes.
So at this point, I think it's the time to talk
Yes.
about the Sion. Which are the main characteristics of this car?
Well, I think the most important thing is, of course, the solar panels, because it's different from every other car. So there has never been a solar car which went into serious development. So the Sion will be the first car, basically, which has solar panels and goes into serious development. So basically, it's an electronic car. It has a range of 250 kilometers, real range. And it also has the solar panels which generate, under good conditions, up to 30 kilometers of range per day. So I think this is the most important part about the car, which makes it different from any other electronic cars.
So it's and there are also other very interesting thing because
Yes.
we gave a look before starting with interview, and there is something really natural and really unexpected inside.
Moss? Are you referring to the Moss?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's an eye catcher, absolutely, but it's more than that basically, because we integrated moss into the car, out of the reason that it has a beautiful characteristic, and that is that it filters fine dust particles from the air. So basically it's just a physical feature, because fine dust particles usually are positively loaded and the moss is negatively loaded, and those things attract each other. So the moss works as a natural air filter. It's basically the same effect when you take a balloon, rub it to your hairs, and then you have an electrostatic attraction. And this is like you can see it inside of the car. It's beautiful, it's natural, and it works as an air filter.
Really interesting, and I'm sure nobody has ever thought something like that. At least I've never seen it. Maybe it exists, but I've never seen it. So at this point, I would talk about the selling of this car. If I want to buy it, can I do it? How much does it cost? And how? Do you have any dealer, or we have to contact the website?
Okay, a lot of questions. I will start one to one. First question, you can buy it, but you can rather pre-order it right now. So on our website, you can go on the website and pre-order the car, and you do a little payment, like starting at €500. And then you're one of our officially pre-order people. Right now we have 3,620 pre-orders. And the car is going to be delivered in 2019, in late 2019. That is because right now, as a lot of people maybe know, especially if you're car fanatics, crafting a car takes a lot of time. And we want the car to be really, really good when it comes out. So right now we are in the phase that we're finishing the concept completely. And then at the end of 2018, we'll have the prototype of the series. And 1 year later, we have the series car, the real car on the road, and you will get your car starting late 2019 and 2020 in the early 2020.
And you already know how much it's gonna cost?
It's €16,000 without the battery. The reason why we're not communicating the price of the battery right now is that, as some people maybe know, is that the prices for batteries are constantly falling. And we want to give our customers the best price in 2019. So we want to build a 35 kilowatts battery into the car. And we think that the price in 2019 will be lower than the prices right now. So with the battery, the car will be around €20,000, so 4,000 for the battery. But in case that's even too much for you, we also offer the option to lease the battery for a monthly rate for around €120.
And there is also a guarantee on the car?
Yes, sure. Like, it's a German law basically that you put a 2 years guarantee on the car. With the battery, we have to see which battery we're going to buy. We're not 100% sure right now, as I already mentioned. And usually there's a 8-year warranty on a battery. But of course, if you use it very hard, like if you drive more than, for example, 100,000 kilometers, the warranty is also like off, for example. So it's a 8-year standard, I guess. But for the car, it's 2 years.
Sure. Wonderful. So it's a very, very interesting project, and we'll see if it's gonna take the market, and we know how much we need a different type of car and of alimentation in this period.
Absolutely on your side, yes.
Grazie agli amici di Motorionline che sono rimasti qui a scoprire la nuova Sono Sion. Noi abbiamo già cominciato a guidarla, anche se per poco tempo. È davvero un'auto interessante, e se volete scoprirne tutti i dettagli, naturalmente non perdetevi il nostro servizio speciale. Trovate come sempre il link qui sotto nella descrizione del video. E come sempre, per essere sempre aggiornati sul mondo dell'auto e sul mondo della mobilità sostenibile, rimanete sulle pagine di Motorionline e iscrivetevi a tutti i nostri canali social network. Alla prossima prova!